like voiceover Dark Crystal.
Okay, are you guys ready? I'm doing it.
Comme en Amérique ou dans d'autres pays qui sont, je pense, qui ont moins haut niveau que nous, quoi. La France,
What
c'est
if
vraiment
the
un
dancing
pays
part?
qui est là pour
Oh yeah,
nous,
you
qui
wanted
nous
the
aide, qui
squill
nous
in it
aide
though, right?
avec sa culture,
Yeah.
avec
Wait,
sa
what do we do?
musique.
Oh, you see me.
Voilà,
Oh
qui nous
shit, you
donne
can see my
vraiment
head.
la
Fuck.
possibilité de pouvoir tout simplement
you still see
nous épanouir et travailler avec excellence.
I don't even know what we're doing right now.
Vraiment.
I don't either.
What?
Wait, dancing! Just do the fucking climax and get a picture in front of it. Jesus.
You're weak, Brian.
We need to go dance.
They can hear us talking.
Go for it.
Oh, wait.
Brian, I think you need to start the dance. I need to start it? Yeah. Well, as soon as they're on the screen.
I'm scared.
I was dancing all weekend. So tired. Prove it! So tired of dancing.
Which one you're dancing with?
Come on, man! Oh my god. Oh my god, this is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. I don't think it's see that.
Oh shit! Oh god!
Oh shit, let's do the crab thing.
Oh my god!
You're in Black China.
Got this.
Get some cream. Oh shit, I want to do this the whole time. Watch that. I can't do it.
No, you cannot at all.
Yeah.
You guys got it. You guys are very good at dancing.
I want to get to the part where the girls girl takes her shirt off.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah, that's like halfway through the movie.
This is probably my favorite part of this opening scene.
Ah!
Love this song.
Oh, I think she comes right now. Ready?
I'm not a dancer. How's your mouth blowing?
Oh, it's a big part. Oh, I like that.
Until it gets fucked up. You break your leg. Guess I'm feeling
It's not good.
We gotta get all three of us in there.
Okay, let's watch.
All three of us.
Come on.
Oh, shit. Oh no, they're sexing out. I can't do this. This isn't what my body does. I just want to get to the part where they go take the shirt off. Ow! The fire compels me! Ow! Oh shit!
It's not Olga. Tuck it in.
Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. There's a couple of... Oh my god.
That's enough. That's enough of that. Welcome to the Fellaship. We're the fellas. Hey, hello, hi. We got Brian, Talon, I'm Clem. We watched Climax today. Throwback.
And oh boy, did we Climax.
Throwback to just like a couple months ago. Not that long ago.
What we starting with? Who we starting with? Where we going? You? Go.
Climax is a movie that we're gonna spoil. Spoilers. Always.
And oh god, I always forget.
Boy, I got anxiety right now.
I had anxiety, but that's just every day. So
If you're easily offended, you have definitely come to the right place. You fellas.
You fucking pieces of shit.
Shit-ass fellas.
Yeah, no, that was a good point. Yeah, I already had anxiety.
yeah, it's just every
So
day.
why are we doing this to ourselves?
I think watching anxious movies, I can focus on stupid anxiety. I can sit there and be uncomfortable and start sweating. I'm shifting in my seats. But in real life, you're anxious about life. You're anxious about bills. You're anxious about health. That stuff's scary. Watching a movie's not scary.
When you first watched this movie and you were watching this movie, were you guys anxious? Were you guys?
Yes, I was anxious today.
I got a little anxious about halfway through. I'm like, oh wow.
I watched it one time before, and I watched it today again for the second time, and yes, yeah, definitely. It was just like, just watching them dance and shit was just like,
Yeah.
the one, like, not the first dance, but then there's the second dance when it's above
Overhead.
them. I was just like, oh my god, freeze.
When it focuses on that tall girl's head, and then you commented.
Yes, it was hypnotizing.
It was crazy.
That shaved head, it was just like, oh my god, freeze. It really was just like, it was like drawing me in. I was like, I want to lick it.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
No, I got anxious. It was mother vibes for sure. It felt like an Aronofsky
Again, Mother
film.
done well. In my opinion, I know Talon liked Mother
I
more
like
than me.
Mother.
I did not like Mother. I feel like this was Mother done better.
Interesting. I thought Mother was okay, but I think this movie was better than Mother as well.
I think it was better
But-
as well. It was chaotic.
But I wasn't anxious, and I wasn't
Not
anxious.
once?
I wasn't really anxious in Mother either. Just as a piece of information.
Nerds still.
I
He's a vegan
no,
now.
I guess I did. Yeah, I've seen some shit. Okay, no,
Does it
I
get
just,
much more anxious than that? Oh,
I
you eating that meat?
okay. The first 15 minutes of that movie, maybe 20 minutes of that movie.
Well, they just talked forever.
No, it was interviews forever, and then it scared the shit out of us when they stopped.
I just didn't care.
And then
Like
it was,
when the movie actually got going, it was like, oh, this should have been like the intro.
It was frustrating.
And this is the
It
other
was
thing is you guys
frustrating
were
how it
saying
started.
how it was like an experimental movie, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and yes, I definitely got those vibes as well. I guess it just felt like that first 15, 20 minutes was so out of place with the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like that, like you were saying, the monologue, or excuse me, the montage of random, people talking to people and like in different areas of
And
the,
they're
of the
dancing.
party or whatever, and then they're dancing. I guess.
When they interview in the beginning, I didn't like that. But when they're talking after that first dance, I'm not drawn in by that. But it
pretty
works.
captivated.
It works for the bigger picture for the movie for me.
right.
Okay.
Personally?
Me personally, I thought it was a cheap way to fill us as viewers in on like what's going on. That's what I was just like, like it'd be cool.
Weren't they like real conversations? So that's why I appreciate it.
It felt pretty real.
It felt like real to me,
Yeah.
and I think it was from what it was mostly just like
off the top,
just
of their
fucking
heads,
talk,
just
man. And I felt it was pretty genuine of them just like talking about shit, like talking about
And maybe
fucking dry asses and
Maybe
shit.
it was like like that.
Like-
that shit was like, okay, like
It's frustrating.
It was making me laugh though.
yeah, it would make
I'm
me
kidding,
laugh
like,
too.
and it just kept going. I'd chuckle. I'm like,
Going.
what the
That's what I'm
fuck is
saying.
going
Is it
on?
kept going? Like if it was like
Where
if it
is
was
this?
main story chunks with like random talk in between, that would have been better. But I feel like it was like half and half, or even more ass talk, less
There
the
was
story,
some
right?
fast talk.
Yeah.
I guess how much better would it have been if maybe it was like a scene where some girl or whoever it's following, it was going to the class, right? It was like coming from outside in and like talking to people on the phone. It could have been
I
the
feel like
brother
that
with
would
their
take away
son,
from the claustrophia of just like
It
them
was
in this
claustrophobic.
gross
But I feel like that
place
was
and just like they already all know each other. They're all kind of fucking each other already a
How much
little
better
bit
would
and
it have
stuff,
been
you know?
to show the outside and open, and then get claustrophobic, and then instead of just starting.
It did start that way though. The chick's just laughing and crying hysterically.
But I think that's what the
Yeah, but it didn't
interview.
even
I felt like that's what the
show.
interviews at the beginning were, though. These just innocent people, not innocent, but like not that, well, not what they become.
Those were their
them
interviews.
just talking. Those are interviews to join this thing. So I feel like that was like the outside in.
And then we're seeing
like
what
we're
they
just
joined.
I just want to experience this dance thing, whatever the fuck it was.
I guess what I'm saying is.
And then they brings them in and they do that dance. Like, wow, we're good. And then it's just like then it devolved into just total.
But you were talking about
chaos.
claustrophobia as literal claustrophobia, those walls, the place, the thing. I'm
The
saying
hallways.
if you get the scene of outside where it's like,
Yeah.
and you kind of get that for a second, like
It did
you said,
kind of
in
start
the
with that girl in
snow,
the snow, though, yeah.
but not really. Like it's a down.
Yeah.
It's you know what I mean. If they
Right.
would have shown just the outside openness for a second
if you
to
think
show,
about it-
it's like the opposites, right? If you show good and then show bad, obviously it's like, oh, that's really good and that's really bad. When you all you do is show bad the whole time or good or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
What I took from the opening was I wasn't bored at all, and I thought those were random fucking people. I didn't think they were going to be main.
I watched
characters.
this shit by myself in my bed in my underwear, and I was just like, and I'm just like, I was sweat the whole time. I was just
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
God.
I'm excited to watch it again, especially the beginning,
interesting.
because you're gonna hear these interviews of them trying to be part of this group, and I kind of feel like their interviews do give us that open.
If you watch it again, yeah, I think
You know what I mean? Like, why are you here? What is
Dan?
Dan?
No, I get that.
You
I
watched it
guess-
the first time, and it was kind of frustrating. Those interviews,
Oh, it
for
was-
sure.
You get that through words, though.
Yeah.
What I'm literally saying is the
No,
physicality
seeing
of
it, yeah.
the open
Of course.
world to the closed claustrophobic scenes that were shown in the movie. Right. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not the dialogue was great. I really liked most, if not all, the dialogue in the movie. Like you guys were saying,
feels real,
it feels
yeah.
real. It feels grounded. It feels very like these are just real people. Like you were saying, didn't you
Right.
say most of them were?
I think a
just
lot of them are just
dancers. They're not
dancers,
even actors. And
Yeah, there's only
Yeah.
a handful of actors actually in the movie.
yeah, no, it was great. The dialogue I thought was really good.
I'm not. Don't judge me here. I'm not comparing it to Quentin dialogue.
Okay.
But that's why I liked that choppy conversation part because it went from interviews to that awesome opening dance scene to the
I've
random
never
conversations.
thought about it like that.
and
but
it's really
yeah.
interesting.
It did, like, not as quirky as what a Quentin would be, but
Exactly.
the way that it was cut up and how it was just like stupid, weird, real life dialogue.
Yeah, it was, I enjoyed
That's
it.
very Quentin-esque. Oh shit!
I was every
You're taking
time
it
I
on
was
shit.
watching a scene, I'm like, in my brain, I was watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, okay, who's next? What are they gonna fucking? What's this random jargon?
Yeah,
And I was thinking that, like, I really enjoyed it, even though it
it's
was
an interesting take.
It was well overdrawn, I will admit.
It was, yeah.
I was
Frustrating.
enjoying it,
Mhm.
especially after that fucking cool opening dance.
But the it worked for me though. I was both times, even the first time and this time. Those long drawn out like conversation parts were just like, fuck, okay, let's go to the movie. But at the same time, I feel like it needs it. I feel like you need to like it needs to like kind of almost not dumb you down, but like kind of shut you off. Just like, okay, like what are you talking about? And then it just kind of like, then all of a sudden it just like starts drawing you in a little bit more and a little bit more, and then you're just in this world and you're just like fucking losing control. So it kind of works. That it's just like
They did a really good job with that, feeling from
Yeah.
normal to crazy.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the very end is like kind of normal, but like it's the outside coming in now, right?
Yeah.
And they're seeing
when the
that-
cops come in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're seeing the crazy from their point of view, and we're seeing that from their point of view.
yeah. And it's like almost like right when that door opens with the cops, that like that's the first time you can actually kind of like breathe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah, like,
Oh,
fresh
okay.
air.
Oh my
like-
god.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I want to jump in that snow right now and like
Right.
roll around. God Christ.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about it that I didn't like. It's lingering, and
It's a hard-
I don't know what it is. But
I will never
Do you have
hold
to ponder
anyone
on it?
against this
I
movie
definitely
for
do.
not liking it.
It's
yeah.
definitely a thinker movie, but there's something, I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that it was a foreign film. Like maybe it's reading instead of actually feeling.
Yeah.
How many languages do you think they used? Obviously French, obviously English, but
I think it was
there's
all,
at least
I think it was just French. I think
That's it?
I think he's a French director. I think most of all the dialogue was French or English.
There's, but that's not the thing that was like, I've watched other foreign films and I've
course.
watched other foreign films, so it's like, I don't know what it was. There's just something about it. There's something that's keeping me back, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that it didn't go full freaking blown with it.
It was
Like-
pretty grounded.
It was crazy.
It was pretty grounded for
it
like
kept
what
it very-
happened, you know.
Yeah, but like at the same time, the girl catching fire and the girl cutting herself, like
Burn.
like,
She catches on fire. You never see her till the very
till
end.
the very end, and then it's just like, oh yeah, she's putting water out. It's like, okay, or the cutting, and then it's like, oh, she's just in the snow. She got out later that morning and just walked into the snow. I guess there could have been like one more big thing. The kid obviously was
killed himself.
That was great.
Shouting and
I'm not
ass
saying
off.
kids dying is great. I'm
But-
saying the
but
way
that-
it was done was
that
very
kid
well.
screaming through
Yes.
the whole fucking thing. That's
And then not.
That's where the anxiety comes in.
And
Just
then
like
not.
every time anyone walked through that corridor, you just "Mommy!"
Well,
It's
then
like
they'd go further down
it was
the
just
hallway
like,
and you just hear that
ugh.
girl screaming. I'm
Yeah.
guessing from
Yes.
her head still burning, but so
Yeah.
there were things about it that were really good. Yes, very atmospheric. Very that kid. Yeah, the kid was very that scene. I think that should have been the kind of the point of the movie. Maybe it was. I'm just not seeing it that way. But like you guys were saying.
I don't think it was.
Like you guys are saying about like pro-abortion or anti-abortion or like what's or
Pro-drug,
pro-drug,
anti-drug.
anti yeah, totally. This could literally do. You could go two ways. You could say do drugs and
Abort your
dance, or don't do drugs and dance. Because either way, it was just like
That's what I was saying. Yeah, that's why I said towards the end. I was like, "Is
like
this
the beginning, you're like,
promoting
okay,
drugs,
and then
or
at the end you're like, oh
is
shit.
this promoting drugs, or like even beginning to end? It's like half these people look like they have a great time.
Hell yeah, some
Half these
people are
people
laying in
kill their
bed.
kids, kind
some
of.
people are
So-
laying in bed, waking
Fucking-
up to the morning.
Look at this.
Smash-tastic.
One male died. He froze out in the snow. One woman died. She killed herself.
Baby boy died.
The little kid died.
And who
And-
knows what gender the baby that got kicked in his gut
Right,
was?
stomach, yeah.
Yeah. So you have the early
How
innocence of a child.
How do you guys feel about that first scene
Man and
when,
woman.
when they killed the baby in her belly?
That's
And
fucked up.
Because nothing crazy happens, all of a sudden just like,
Boom. Yeah.
Dude, I wanted to fuck that tall girl myself.
And that cry was
when that happens, it's just
I was
screaming.
like,
That's the part that drew me in. I was like, oh,
yeah.
wow.
No,
Is it that easy? Whoa, just kidding. Psych. But it is.
Well, who needs stairs? Just punch them.
Who needs stairs when you have feet?
Feet and knees,
Obviously.
guys. So,
I mean, that's true. True in multiple ways.
these people really... They really made me feel like they were
True
fucked
in
up.
two ways.
Sorry.
I really feel like they were fucked up, you know? Like, they had to have been on something. Or maybe they were loose. I don't know what the fucking...
They were,
laws
yeah,
are, or drug laws in
yeah.
France, or wherever the fuck they were, but they did a really good job of being fucked up. I've been fucked up on different things. You've been fucked up on other things, and you've been fucked up in your own ways.
Yep.
And they did a good... Not once was like, you're acting.
Yeah.
I was like, you're fucked up, man.
Yeah. None of us have ever done LSD, right?
I've never done
No.
it.
You? Talon?
Oh, shit.
Talon, have
He
you done
has.
LSD?
No.
He has.
I do it in the eyes, and I do it dry.
Have you really done it though?
In the ass.
In the ass. Dry. LSDS goes right up the ass.
Have you not done LSD then? I'm just curious for like a conversation standpoint.
We just want this.
I did shrooms. I've eaten shrooms before.
We just
And
want
like
this
that's
on,
like where I'm taking my like
we just want this on recording.
Well, let me ask you this. Will you believe me either way?
no.
Wait, what? Then my answer is yes and no. So, there
I
you
did
go,
I did
guys.
shrooms once, and all I can say is if I was given shrooms unknowingly in that setting, I would have fucking cut myself and ran in the snow and died.
And you would have said you're pregnant and you would have lied.
And got kicked in the gut. Kicked myself
You
in
would
the
have
gut.
bled out of your vagina.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, for real though. I would have grown a vagina and bled out of it.
No, I've definitely gotten fucked up on my share of stuff. Mainly weed.
And you thought it did a good job depicting that.
Well, yeah, it's just people being fucked up in general. I didn't do shrooms because I don't trust my mental capacity. I feel like I would be the guy on CNN. I don't want that, so I've only...
I was the guy sitting in my room and people had to hold me down.
Yeah, I don't want to be that chaotic, it won't go away kind of guy. That's why I've never trusted myself to do shrooms. But I've smoked my share of weed, I become the hyena, I become paranoid as fuck. Weed's awesome. But...
I was a giraffe one time when I got drunk.
Drunk?
Yeah.
You became a giraffe?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Is it absinthe?
There's a video of it.
You said his long neck. You're licking heads. You got spots.
There's a video of me. I'm laying on a bed because I'm blacked out, and they were trying to give me bread because I was dying, and they put bread in my mouth. I was like, I spit it in their face, and I go, "I'm a giraffe, motherfucker. I don't eat bread." I'd love to find that video.
You know what giraffes look like? They look like a video game horse glitched out. And it got a long
Like
ass
their
neck.
neck just extended.
Or maybe they look like a giraffe glitched out as a horse.
Oh shit.
Became stuck.
Cunt.
That's
Good.
right. So
Does anyone have anything else to say about Climax?
I got licked on the head by a giraffe once.
I fed a giraffe once.
I was feeding a giraffe, then it licked my head.
Oh shit.
what do you think the climax was in Climax?
The climax?
I
I,
feel
think
like
now
the-
they finished. I feel like that's what it meant because they were all fucking aggressively at the end,
Yeah.
and then
Well, like one of them.
oh, there was a few people.
Then you had fucking Olga just touching herself.
So you think
She probably
you
came.
think the end was
Yeah,
the
I hope
climax?
squirt sauce.
I feel like that's what a climax is physically. It's this explosion within us. You know what I mean? Everyone,
Yeah.
we're all not virgins right now. Everyone knows that the
I
entire.
have never fucked a
We
fuck.
never said that.
You guys
so
have never fucked.
You didn't.
I've never seen a vagina in my entire life.
What is a vagina?
I just
didn't
close
say
my
that.
eyes.
Okay, I was
You didn't
lying.
hear that from us, so go ahead.
Just people take the climax as the finishing moment. You know what I mean? The whole movie felt like the finishing moment. You know what I mean? Like after that first dance scene and that conversation piece, the rest of it was just like the fucking. If this movie was going to be portrayed physically as having sex, then all of it was having sex. Like the opening scenes.
But there's a climax to having sex.
But I feel like there was the climax of sex, but at the same time was the climax of the high of the drug too, though.
True. That's
Because
true.
not everyone was having sex, but it kind of just like, built to like the climax of just like
And not everybody was freaking out about having the drug either.
no.
Like,
Some people liked it. That's
yeah,
why I
some
said I
people
don't know
were
if this
totally
is like
cool with it, some
pro drug
people
or
were-
anti drug because
Right.
like some people look like they're having a fucking great time.
Yeah.
The little arm guy.
Yeah. Or big.
I would love to be able to do that with my
Daddy.
shit. Fucking
Daddy.
arms.
Was it Daddy? The whole
Daddy?
time he's like,
The big guy?
yeah.
Daddy and little
He was
baby
pretty cool, though.
1975.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit, they look great.
They looked like they didn't give a
Great.
shit. They were dancing all the time.
It's like a
they
fucking
went to
great
bed.
time. They probably woke up
Boom.
and like let's do that tonight.
Tonight,
He has
yeah.
his
guy.
long ass
Yeah.
blonde hair, and he's just like.
So I feel like the climax. I think it goes for the drug, but that's the thing though, because Big Daddy in 1975, it looks like they fucked,
Right.
and they probably climaxed. It didn't show it, but they probably climaxed when
He
everyone
came in him.
when
He
it
came
ended.
on the floor.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so you guys are literally relating this to the climax of the
No,
drug
that's what
and
I was trying
climax.
to-
I guess I'm saying a
I'm trying to
movie.
break down,
I'm saying story-wise movie, like
That's
What
what I'm
do we
saying.
think it's about?
I'm trying to
no,
figure
the
out.
climax of a movie.
I'm trying to figure out if it was the sexual thing or if it was just
Drug related.
related or just the climax of just like we're done now. Oh shit!
Or
That's crazy.
killing kids, murder, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
that wasn't the
Okay.
climax.
Maybe it was
they
just-
kept fucking after that.
and maybe it was more this is why it was more of the experimental movie is like
Mm.
it kind of didn't follow suit to the normal
Of anything.
first, second, third act climax at the end of the second act. You know,
it showed
sort
the
of-
We're a half hour
it showed
in.
the credits at like 10 minutes in, and then it showed
A half hour later,
the
names.
casting list in the middle of the movie
And the
music,
songs.
yeah,
and who wrote the songs.
yeah.
So I don't know, but like I said,
It was so slow.
a
And it
lot
did-
a lot of people did climax at that point.
It did
But it
definitely
didn't
have the
show
three,
all of
It had
them.
the three parts too, like Quentin Tarantino, by the way.
Mhm.
It had the three acts, like the
It
three.
did.
I did, yeah.
The three
In a
like,
very
parts
abstract
of,
way, yeah.
right. Anyways,
So we can rewatch this movie and just. I feel like I'm going to appreciate the beginning because I was not impatiently like bored.
Frustrated.
Yeah, frustrated.
I think
but
frustrated is a good word. When I watched, I was like, that was kind of frustrating.
I was
It
entertained.
needed to be there.
but it was frustrating. But I think watching it again, it will be a 3-act piece. It's going to be the slow build up. You're going to introduce these characters. You're going to watch them do what they just talked about. And then they're fucked up. And then they're kind of
fucking.
and they're kind of coming down.
I think
And they're just
I think
fucking-
personally the climax of the movie was when the kid died.
Really?
And
That
the rest of
was,
it
that was
came
like
down
quite in
from
the
there.
middle.
I know, but I feel like that's where it like headed, and then it went like that's where the excitement turned from like getting there to now
Okay.
we're going down. Now we're on the downturn. Now we're on the like we're heading towards the end of the movie. As a movie,
Yeah.
I understand the characters and all that. You know, all the sex, the drugs,
Yeah.
everything. But
As far as the movie, though, I feel like
Also,
Either
side note,
they were
there
coming or
wasn't-
dying.
for how like
You know?
risque this movie was. There really wasn't that much nudity.
Too few boobies, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know.
shit,
It was
yeah.
just. It was just. No, anyways, just a side note. Go
The
ahead.
mummy
Keep
should have
going.
showed her vaginas.
Oh man. When I had to pee and you're like, you're leaving now? And I came out, I'm like, rewind it? I was being serious.
You came back and she just still didn't have her vaginas
So
out.
nothing was going on. So
who boobs aren't out? I'm going,
Afro white girl still had her tits out, which was just fucking who cares.
Yeah.
She had some good nips, but she didn't have any slips, man. I feel like as far as Climax goes, off or on screen, people were coming or dying
yeah.
Yeah,
at
exactly.
the same time.
Or being aggressive like all the tall people.
Okay. So you're saying like
That's my
climax to
climax.
life or climax to sex?
Yeah. Because sex and life is death. I mean, right?
Know what they say?
You're
in the
either
movie?
living or you're fucking.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
dying.
It's
I guess.
upside down. What'd you guys take of the upside downness? Because there's that
Frustrating.
quote. It says,
At the end of the movie when it's upside down, yeah.
Yeah.
"Death is an extraordinary journey."
Right.
Mm-hmm.
2 kids died, and a lady and a guy. Who is this death extraordinary for? You know what I mean? Then the last
audience,
part
I
of the
guess.
movie was fucking upside down. I couldn't tell who was fucking who.
No, it's
tell-
frustrating. It's so dark because the kid killed himself by touching electrical scores.
She puts him in there like, hey, you touch the
Don't touch that, you're gonna die.
Lost
Lock.
the key.
I'ma touch it.
Don't touch it. Close the door. Lock.
I felt that was the point too, though, because
No,
it was
definitely.
just
There's
like
cockroaches.
it was just like who, what is
Why
happening.
would you? Who would do that? That was my thing. Was like obviously this lady's more about the life of dancing and
Yeah.
partying than she is about her own son.
But at the same time, I feel like she was just like confused and scared about
Well,
being on LSD.
but that
too.
was afterwards, right?
Oh, she was on-
that was
she
during.
was
That was
on it,
you're
yeah.
right. You're right.
No, I was saying like the dark section when it kept going
Well-
upside down and shit. I feel like that was just like
I guess I'm saying
we're all so animalistic that it doesn't matter if we're up or down or black or white or in red lighting or on LSD or not. We just want to snatch that fucking cum.
women or men. So I guess my thing with going back to the mom real quick, it was more why would your son even be there in the first place? That was my thing. Is like obviously that's her
There's, like,
life, right? Like that's
Bedrooms
her.
and shit in there.
You what?
There were bedrooms in that place.
Kind of.
No,
She
I
put
know,
him in
I
the
get all that.
electrical
I'm just saying, like, it's crazy to me that people would actually like put their children in that situation when
But
they
it kind of
have
explains
children.
it though, because she was saying there was that part.
Oh, I know. I'm saying it's
Where they were
it's a
making
good-
fun of her, and then she sat down with Big Daddy.
Yeah.
And she's like, you dance, and then you fuck, and then you've got a kid.
No,
But she had not progressed
In a
past
weird-
that because she was still just a child that didn't want.
I'm
a kid.
saying that was a good thing on the movie because it
Yeah.
portrayed that because there are people out there like that. I guess
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
who like how I'm questioning more life and that movie's doing that the movie is doing that and that's what I'm saying. Yes, in that regard it is good. I'm not bashing the movie on that in any way. It's
Yeah.
more of just like makes me open my eyes and just be like holy
Yeah.
shit there really are people out there like that that would
yeah.
choose to dance and party and do drugs than actually
protect
pretend-
their kid.
Yeah,
Because regardless, the kid was still out with.
he was out doing
was
whatever.
also
It was
like-
She's like,
off.
this
yeah,
is
he was also tripping his balls.
this is an alcoholic drink,
It was
but
acid.
you still have them by the alcoholic drink,
Yeah.
whether you know that there's LSD in it or not.
Right. And all these
It's
people,
an alcoholic drink.
all these people from who
they
knows
kept
where.
touching him and
yeah,
shit. It was
yeah.
weird.
Who knows where?
I
It's
feel
just
like I've
anyways.
seen the triangle now. Because this movie, Black Swan, and Suspiria.
Okay.
I really feel like I've
Dancing.
completed the circle. I've seen the psychological aspect with Black Swan. I've seen the Satan ritualistic psychoticness of Suspiria. And this movie is just chaos.
realistic.
And realistic.
Realistic version of it, yeah.
It was a mental
The
breakdown.
real life breakdown of dancing.
Because when you showed me the trailer, I'm like,
Do you think dancing parties are really that fucking sweet?
Obviously they are.
sign
They
us
look
up.
awesome. Even
all-
before they were tripping, they were fucking. This looks so fun.
I'm
That
just,
first song they used, I was so into it. Yes.
you rub it.
Lick it now.
Did you lick? Oh shit, you did.
You licked it hard. Now he's sucking it back out. So,
You ever sucked it back out?
Is there final? Do we have final thoughts? Anybody?
Talon, what's your final thoughts?
I honestly am tempted to go to Best Buy when I leave here and buy it and watch it again. And
You love it,
show-
you're gonna buy it.
I actually did love it. I did love it. It was really good.
Okay.
It was fucking chaos.
Numbers, give me some numbers. Don't tell me it's an 8, because it too was an 8. It too was fucking ass!
It's better the second time. Trust me.
It's a 7.
I don't know.
No,
It's been a long
good.
time since I
Go
wanted
for
to
it.
turn around and watch a movie again.
Yeah.
I almost have to give it like a 9.
I'll give you that.
I honestly think I will go buy it when I leave here and talk your sister into watching it because she's pregnant and she's not going to like
She'll
it.
probably hate it. She's not gonna love it. She's not gonna buy it.
I'm going to buy it. I'm going to make her watch
Talon's already gonna own it, so it's fine. Doesn't matter what she does.
it. Like, you want to reenact this movie right now?
My
Yeah,
final
no, we
thoughts.
gotta get some numbers.
I feel like this movie would have been a lot. I think I would have. I like the movie. Okay. If it had a better production value, if it wasn't so independent, you know what I mean? If this guy
That's
really
what
had
made it
some
work.
backing to it, I know. Well, to a point. I
he
think,
does though. He has money.
Does
I
he?
think he
Well,
meant to do it like this.
Okay, then I don't know what the hell I'm saying. 6 out of 10 is what I give.
6. Okay.
Yep.
I give Ad Astra a 5. So fuck him.
You've seen it twice now, so
I've
you
seen it
have
twice
a double
now.
opinion.
No, I really
You've
like
also
it.
thought about it for a while. So.
I really appreciate it. It's very.
I liked it more than Suspiria.
It does. I like Suspiria more.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I do feel like it was a little bit amateur-ish, but it's not though.
But that's what made it
But if you're
work.
meaning to do that, I guess. But just the level of filmmaking, just following people in those corridors at different angles, and then like randomly it would just like be on someone and like someone would come talk to them, and it would just go with that next person and go with them to their story.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt so good. It was just I don't know. It was just like the way that they just kept it so human and claustrophobic and just like in your feelings. And when someone was just like they're coming down from their like breakdown in some sense, they would be talking to someone else that was coming up on their breakdown, and it would just like follow them.
No.
But it was like a one shot type thing. It was like felt like one shot through most of it.
Yeah.
And just the way it did that, and the camera kept angling and tilting and like flowing with everyone, it just drew me in significantly, and I really appreciate that. And I don't feel like that. I don't feel that in a lot of movies. So
Even though the music was really old techno, not really
it
old,
worked
but
for
it was.
though.
I think the soundtrack was awesome.
So good.
The dancing they did to the soundtrack, awesome.
The dancing at the beginning was just, I don't know what dancing is, but it was interesting.
Exactly, I was like,
I want to be those people.
But I love one-shot takes,
Yeah.
and this movie had so
Fluid
many.
too. And like I said, it would be one shot take like a regular movie. Then all of a sudden, and then,
And then there's like an inspirational quote saying, "Hey, that's a fun journey," and
Yeah.
go get fucked.
Yeah. I think it was a little up its ass trying to be like credits to the beginning and blah 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 blah. That shit was stupid. Not stupid, but it's just kind of, it's like,
Just do normal.
it starts knocking on pretension there. I'm gonna give it an 8 because I liked it a lot.
I gotta pee.